Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Car Connections. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Again, make sure you keep those hands washed. It's a little crazy out there with COVID-19. And so what I want to talk about in this specific video is what are the 5 things I hate or dislike specifically around my Dodge Challenger. I have a 2019 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack Widebody. And some of you guys might have been following the channel for quite some time. I actually traded in my Camaro ZL11 Elite for this car. And I want to talk about what are the top 5 things I dislike about my Challenger. I don't know if I really hate anything. There might be one in particular where I'll be like, I really hate this. But I think most of them are dislikes. So we're going to talk about the top 5 things we dislike of my Dodge Challenger Widebody. Stay tuned. You want to call it somewhat of a self-quarantine. But the first thing I dislike about this car, which I've already fixed it or already addressed it, is the way the car comes from the factory. It comes like, I swear to God, I feel like if it's a 4x4 and the gaps on the tires, both the front and the rear, when you buy this car, guys, it sits extremely high, and you know that could be a problem for a lot of people, and it sure was a problem for me. And so the first thing I did the minute I got this car, and I'm gonna say I actually hate this one. This is not a dislike. I hate this. The car came extremely high. I mean, I don't understand why Dodge does this to this vehicle. It is a performance vehicle, right? And I just, you know, you expect a car to come a little lower than normal. And so what I did is I went with some Eibach, and I did a 1-inch drop in the front and a 1.5-inch drop in the back. So I fixed it, but that is one of the #1 things I actually hate about this car, is that it came like high waters. I mean, the car is just coming up high waters, like a straight up, you know, 4x4 off-road truck. I think the last time I decided to buy this car, I wasn't buying an F-150. I was buying a Dodge Challenger Widebody, and I expect the car to come a little lower. To be fair, the Hellcat does come out, when you buy a Hellcat Widebody, it does come lower, which is great. So if you bought a Hellcat, you might not need to do anything to the car. I decided to make a modification just because the car was just coming in extremely high. All right, again, you might get some wind noise, guys. I have the hood up, and there's a reason why I have the hood up. And this is gonna go to my #2 reason I actually dislike about the car. A lot of people get confused that these are air intakes right here. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you do not know, they're not. So for you folks who are online saying those are cold air intakes, or it allows air to go in through here and so on and so forth, guys, it's blocked out in there. So I don't know why people keep saying that. And if I come to this side over here, you're gonna notice it's also blocked out. So it's not like the Hellcat where this intake is actually open and it goes in here into the box to let the air breathe. The Scat Pack doesn't come with those inlets, guys. So for you guys who are, you know, buying the Scat Pack and saying that these are dual snorkels that allow air to flow into it's not. So what do I wish? What do I dislike? I wish they would make the front just like they do in the Hellcat. Build this open and allow it to come into the intake, right? That would give it a little bit more pop. Maybe increase it by another 10 or 5 horsepower on this SRT 392. So that's probably the second thing I dislike. And that's the other thing, is a lot of YouTubers, I don't know why they get caught up with it, but I'm telling you right now, those things are not open. And if you own a Dodge Challenger Widebody, look at them. You're gonna see they're completely closed out. They are not open. So stop saying they're open, because they're not. So that's the second thing I dislike about the vehicle. I wish they were open. All right, so I'm back in the interior, and this is the third thing I dislike about the vehicle. And this is not a hate, because I actually like the way the interior is. What I don't like about the vehicle, I do like the soft texture on the car. However, it's just too much plastic. So it's super plastically, and it makes the car seem extremely cheap. And so, you know, that's one thing that I do dislike about the vehicle. I like the way the car looks from the inside, but I just felt like the quality parts on the car should have been a little bit more upscale or better.
There is a solution for this one, this dislike though, and this I cannot modify it myself. And the solution is that if you buy a 2020, you could actually option it out now with actual leather and stitching both on here, and also get carbon fiber bits here and here. So it's a dislike for 2019, but it's an upgrade for 2020. So if you're buying a 2020, this might not be a dislike for you because the inside of the car is great. It's just more around the quality of the interior. All right, so I moved to a different location because where I was at, I just felt like it was extremely windy. I'm hoping this will help a little bit more with this tennis court screen. I'm hoping. If not, again, apologies for the wind. So now let's talk about the third thing I completely dislike about this vehicle. And again, this is a dislike, not really a hate. It's gonna fall more into the seats. And so, you know, again, it's a performance car, and some people like the seats because they're wide, but for folks that are a little bit, you know, skinnier or thinner, you know, I'm looking for a little bit more bolstering. I wish the car had, you know, bolstering. That way you just felt like the car, when you sat in it, like it was really hugging you. And there's something about sports cars that when you're driving them and the seats are really bolstered and they're holding you put, you tend to have a lot more confidence driving the vehicle. So I do wish that these maybe were adjustable through a button so they can close in on you, but they're not. The seats are nice, guys, don't get me wrong. I think they're fantastic looking seats, especially with the B on them. But I do wish they were a little bit more bolstered. So that's. And again, continuing on the seats, again, I think they're great seats. I just wish they had more bolstering. But the other thing that I dislike about it, everything's manual. If you guys notice, there's no lumbar support. I mean, there's nothing here. It's all just plastically. So you can't make any adjustments on this, right? And so the hope is that you can make these type of adjustments and make these electronics, but they're not. The thing I dislike about the vehicle, and this is, you know, I kind of want to just say it's just Dodge and it's expected. But, you know, we live in a modern era of cars, and you expect this to be already kind of like table stakes. But, you know, there's a couple of things on this vehicle. And again, this is a dislike and it's not really noticeable. Most people really will not care. But some of the gap paneling inside the car and outside the car just don't really kind of line up. And so I would say my fourth dislike on the car is some of the fit and finish on the car, where you can kind of notice it. Let's see if I can call one out here on the outside real quick. Let's see. Like right here as an example, you could see it's a big gap there, and this should be completely tight. You know, it should be completely enclosed in. And so again, you know, I could just go on, and overall the car's fit and finish is pretty good. And again, I think this might be on a car by car basis, but there's a couple of paneling gaps inside and some of the front hood area where you can tell it's not, you know, the fit and finish is not the best. And it's okay. Most people, you know, as long as you have somewhat of okay fit and finish and you're getting tremendous power, you know, that's why you get the value you're getting from this car. That's why you're spending what you're spending for this car, because of the value it brings you. You know, as we all know, Dodge is not known for that type of level of quality and checks around fit and finish. It's gone tremendously better, but you buy these vehicles for the engine, especially, you know, that's why you're buying this car for the engine, the looks, the way the car drives and handles. That's why you buy this car. It's not a BMW, right? It's not a Mercedes-Benz, where the expectation on fit and finish needs to be spot on. And again, I'm not trashing the car. Most of it is great, and most people won't even notice it, to be honest with you. But for us that are car guys, you know, we tend to see those things, and so we tend to call it out just like the way we see it. All right, guys, and so now I'm down to number 5. And so the fifth thing I dislike about this vehicle, and again, it's up to you, right? Most people that own this car have their own opinions and so on and so forth. But one thing I do dislike about this vehicle, guys, is there's this is my 5th one, but I'm gonna add a 6th one to it. And one of them, or my 5th one, is these paddle shifters. I mean, these things are so tiny. like at least put the Hellcat. How much would that cost Dodge to add some Hellcat paddle shifters here? If you guys are familiar with the Hellcat, the paddle shifters stick out maybe another inch up, and so that gives you a much better grip when you are paddle shifting, and it just looks kind of weird that they're that small. I'm sure you guys feel the same way, but I mean, they're extremely small paddle shifters, guys, and I believe they should be a lot bigger. At least I believe. And then I guess one more last thing, and again, I'm on set 5. I got 5 on it. I said 5, we're gonna add one more to it, and this shouldn't come as a surprise to you. Again, this is 2019, and I heard that the 2020s also still don't have that, and I believe that all cars should come with this, and I'm still shocked to this day that it's not. And the 6.1, if you want to call it a 6.1, this is kind of just an added one. It's like adding cheese to your burger, is this right here. I mean, come on, guys. This is a 2019, and I hear that the 2020s are not coming with LED lights. This car, everywhere where it has lights, should have LED lights by now. I mean, this is like, I mean, cars came with this in the 70s, guys, in the 60s, right? And so I'm just still surprised that Dodge is not willing to spend that extra 2 cents, maybe, if that, to add LED lights across the board, anywhere in the trunk, in the hood, anywhere where it requires lights, even towards the bottom or on your footwell when you open the door. It should be all LEDs, right? I mean, come on. You know, with keeping it real, let's just keep it real. It should have LED lights. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that. Again, overall, I love the car. I think the car's great. There's a reason why I bought the car. If you buy the car, you're gonna enjoy the car. But those are the top 5 things that I dislike, and as you guys know, there was one in there that I really hate, that the car comes this way. And so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the thumbs up, and the other thing, let me know what your thoughts are. You might actually like the way the car is, or you might disagree with me on certain things that I stated about the vehicle. But that, again, that's where the opinion comes in. But I would love to hear your thoughts, so make sure you comment down at the bottom of what do you like about your vehicle, what is it that you dislike about your vehicle. Regardless, again, this is Car Connection. Keep those hands clean and stay safe, guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, share, like, so on and so forth. Stay safe, and see you until next week. Peace.